Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a fun project to share with you featuring the new April card kit. I'm going to walk you through the contents of the kit before I get to creating my project. First up is the star of the show. It's called the A Little Artsy 6x8" clear stamp set. A bunch of fun artsy images for sentiments. Happy, thanks, hello, birthday to you, for everything, my friend, and for you. There's butterflies, blooms, text, dots, and then there's also the A Little Artsy 4x4" stencil set. So this has 3 stencils, two butterflies and the large bloom that's included in the stamp set. So you have the 2 butterflies, the front facing and the side facing, and then as well in the stencil set there's 3 masks, so you could mask off the bloom and blend around the outside of it, also with the butterflies. Okay, next is the A2 Creative Overlays Transparencies. So these are like little transparencies that you could create like a, adhere these to your projects for a fun border. You're also going to get 1 jar of Simon Says Stamp Positively Perfect Black Splatter Medium. If you like to flick on the black flicks, that is the stuff to use. You're going to get 10 sheets of single-sided spellbinders, beautifully imperfect 6x6" pattern paper. These are not double-sided, they're single-sided, and it coordinates with the whole artsy theme. They're like splattered, layered text and blooms and fun, vibrant colors. So those are the beautifully imperfect. You're also going to get 1 Tim Holtz Ranger Mini Distress Blending Brush. I love how these are retractable, easy to store and to take. You're also going to get 4 Tim Holtz Ranger Distress Oxide Ink Cubes. The colors are going to vary. I love Peacock Feathers and Salty Ocean. Ooh, that's another good blue one. You're also going to get 1 bottle of Tim Holtz Ranger Distress Salvaged Patina paint, which matches perfectly to that solid color cardstock. You're also going to get 1 package of 49 and Market Fresh Start rub-on transfers. So you get 2 sheets in the package. And these are so fun. I rarely ever use these, but I am very intrigued. You could rub on the splatters, rub on the butterflies. There's sentiments, lots to choose from. There's also a yard of May Arts black twine. It's nice and thin, and it has that natural feel to it, but it's black. And then you're going to get 1 sheet of vintage encyclopedia paper. This is a first, and I'm very intrigued because I think stamping the butterflies on that old text would look fun. Okay, 1 sheet of Audrey Blue, 1 sheet of Nina Solar White Heavyweight, and 1 sheet of Simon Says Stamp Black Heavyweight cardstock. Also, these are a la carte items. They're not included in the kit, but I do want to mention the Simon Says Stamp Petal Lattice 6x6" stencil. This would pair beautifully with the contents of the kit. There's also the Artsy Butterflies stamp set. This is a 6x8, and you have all the different variety of butterflies, as well as the Artsy Butterflies coordinating stencil set. So this allows you to blend inside or outside. So there's the stencils and the masks for all those butterflies. And I do want to mention for both of these stamp sets, there are coordinating dies. Again, those are a la carte, not included in the kit. But I want to mention it because they do give you a lot more mileage when you want to do fun techniques. Okay, so getting to my card, I'm going to use a sheet of Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock because I'm going to get inky, I'm going to get wet, and it just works so well with the Tim Holtz watercolor. I rarely use it, and every time I pull it out, I think to myself, why don't I do this more? I think it's because when you get artsy and you get wet, you feel like you're losing control. Okay, I'm starting with these Distress Oxide inks included in my kit. The Salty Ocean in 1 corner, then Peacock Feathers on another corner, and then I pulled out this one here is some that I had, Crushed Olive Distress Oxide. Now I'm going to be combining Distress Oxides with Distress inks. So some are oxides, which give you that chalky, buttery feel, and then the Distress Oxides right here. These are some that I had, Worn Lipstick and because I just wanted to bring in some warm tones, not just blues and greens. So here we have a little worn lipstick on the top right, and I'm overlapping that with that Salty Ocean, which gives you the slight, ever so slight purple. And then here we have Spice Marmalade, and that's going to overlap very carefully with Crushed Olive. I don't want to get any brown, but I'm trying to get the rainbow. Now I'm going to flick. Here's where we're getting wet. I'm flicking on some flicks of water, and you know when you do that with either the oxides or the distress inks, especially when you're using the Tim Holtz watercolor cardstock, you get the perfect white flicks, splatters, which I love. Now, this would be good, and it's dreamy and it's soft, but I felt like, hey, if we're going to get artsy, we might as well get artsy. I have a little sheet of acetate, and I'm going to do what I call smooshing. I'm not sure if this has a different name, but I smooshed on a little bit of that Salty Ocean, and I'm spritzing it with the Distress Spritzer. And I felt like, here's what I call this. Very, very controlled artsy. That was a lot of ink for me. I'm going to just throw some of that off on a paper towel. I want the splatter, but I also want the control. It's hard for me to give up control. Now here, when you start getting Tim Holtzy and you get artsy, oh boy, it's hard for the old clean and simple graphic designer girl in me to just let loose. But I think the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. But I'm a little out of practice. So here I smushed on a little Crushed Olive onto that acetate. Cleaned it, by the way. Every time I clean it, and every time I also dab parts with my paper towel if there's too much, and I dry it. And I like the results when you dry in between, because if you just start smushing when everything's wet, you've got a high chance of getting mud when all your colors start melting together. Especially if you have orange and greens, you can get muddy. So that's why I like to dry in between everyone. And I'm basically doing the same colors, the smushing, that I did over top of the blending. So I'm what do you call it? Tone on tone, blending to smushing. Okay, so that was worn lipstick, a little in the top right. And then over on the left here, we're going to do that Spice Marmalade. So you can see the bottom are Distress Oxides smushed, and the top here are Distress Inks smushed. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Maybe. I don't know. But it is kind of fun to mix the two together, you know. Just live your life and just YOLO it. I like where this is turning out because it's given me the rainbow, but it's given the loosey-goosey. Why not flick some more? You know, because when you do flick, you might as well flick to the high heavens. Okay, and that gives you just some more. It gives you more whatever. I don't even know what it gives you. Okay, now here, this part here was inspired. When I saw this card kit released, and then you see a bunch of the Simon Says Stamp designers share projects that they've created with the kit, I saw a project that really caught my eye. Here is the project by the designer Anne, I don't know if I say this right, Anne Fiend. I follow her on Instagram. I love, love, love her work. You see how these butterflies are kind of camouflaged? Anywho, this is my sort of take case off of her project, although I tried to do really different color combinations, but the idea or the technique was inspired by Anne's card. Check her out on Instagram. She has a blog too. She does a lot of work with Simon Says Stamp. So I am stamping these butterflies, which I laid all willy-nilly around, all around the perimeter of the card, and I'm stamping them tone on tone. So where I blended and smushed the Salty Ocean, I stamped the butterflies with Salty Ocean. Same with Crushed Olive, same with Spice Marmalade, and then I'll do the last corner with the worn lipstick. So it's very loosey-goosey, but I don't want to introduce a ton of colors. Now Anne, on her card, she stamped everything with black. So all her butterflies were stamped with black, and that looks great. I loved it. But I wanted to try something a little more softer, maybe monochromatic-ish. So these ones here I did like tone on tone. So just to take another little twist-a-rooney. Now I am taking the coordinating stencils. By the way, I stamp butterflies from both the A Little Artsy stamp set as well as the a la carte Artsy butterflies. And then I'm using the A Little Artsy stencils as well as the Artsy Butterflies stencils. So I'm using a couple of a la carte items. Just want to mention that. But you probably could do this idea with the same butterflies that are included in the card kit. You just stamp them, move them around the perimeter, and then you blend light colors. Again, I'm blending Salty Ocean, Worn Lipstick. I'm not introducing any new colors, just using these in all different forms. So what's kind of fun is I blended, I smushed, I stamped, and then now I'm blending again. And I've only used 4 colors, maybe 5. If you include peacock feathers. I barely used it. But building all these layers upon layers upon layers. And then now here I am flicking again. Why? Just cause. I don't even know why at this point. Okay, now I'm going to make a little panel using one of the A2 nested stitched rectangle dies. Now this I'm just die cutting out of Hammermill white cardstock. Just a small little rectangle. Sort of mimicking Anne's play. She did an oval. A large oval panel in the center. Now I'm eyeballing this, trying to get my blended panel here matched up where I had it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to get it so that I could center this die cut white panel, and I'm going to ink up these butterflies again with the same ink colors, but I just want to get that little bit stamped onto that white panel that I've die cut. So this is where the camouflage situation comes into play. And I'm sure there's probably a much easier way to go about doing what I'm doing if you want to get everything lined up. But you know how cards are. If you're like me, your cards are kind of an evolution. You're thinking as you're going and you just let the cards fall. Okay, so now I'm doing the blending again using the Artsy Butterfly stencil and the A Little Artsy stencil to blend color inside each one of those stamped butterfly. Same Spice Marmalade, Worn Lipstick. If I forget to mention a color or a supply, everything that I'm using in this video will be linked in the description box if you're watching on YouTube. And then now I'm going to stamp a sentiment. There were a few to choose from. I chose Hello. I'm just stamping it with some black ink right on the bottom here. And then I'm going to put a butterfly above, but I wanted to emboss the butterfly, just something sheer. So I'm going to emboss this butterfly in white onto a piece of vellum. So I'm prepping that with the Simon's Stamp powder tool, inking up the butterfly with Versamark ink, and then I'll pour on some Simon's Stamp white embossing powder. Another twist would be to emboss this in gold or silver. I even thought about embossing the butterfly onto acetate. That would be another fun take. So there's lots of options if you want to emboss your butterfly. And then now I don't have the coordinating dies. That would be lovely, but I had to kick it old school and get creative. So I fussy cut this butterfly, and it really wasn't too hard, especially out of vellum. Vellum cuts very easily, I might say. Okay, then last minute decision, I decided to die cut the blended panel using one of those A2 nested rectangle dies. And then I'm using some of the Big Mama foam tape by Simon's Stamp, popping up this panel onto a white card base, and then as well popping up my little white panel and centering it so the butterflies kind of match up. Hence the camouflage butterfly. That's what I call it. Again, this was all inspired by Anne's genius project. Popping up the vellum embossed butterfly, and then I'm going to finish this off with a few sparkling clear sequins in various sizes using the Simon's Stamp Positively Perfect craft glue. And this card is finished. I love how it turned out. I feel like I got a little artsy, but I also felt like I had control. I love the color and the white space. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.